Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Vritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki. O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Kshetradnya Vibhag Yoga, the 13th Adhyay, and Sri Krishna is enlightening us with the grand knowledge of how this Kshetra and Kshetradnya, the field and the knower of the field, they are interrelated, and what is the relationship? Why the Kshetradnya has brought into effect this Kshetra through Prakriti? And what is the purpose behind it? Now we know. Now at least we think we know, because Sri Krishna has done his duty as a supreme teacher of the universe so wonderfully well. It is up to us now what to partake of it and how to assimilate it. Like Sri Krishna has told that one who assimilates this knowledge that I am giving to you, that's it. Madbhava upapadyate. He will come to me alone. He doesn't have to get embroiled in this turmoil of birth and death again and again. So the previous verse that Sri Krishna taught us, the 22nd verse, that how this great Lord, fulfilling his role in 4 aspects, is getting this activity done. He is getting the Kshetra to perform and the Jivatman to experience. The Lord himself acts, performs the 4-type roles, 4-fold roles that Sri Krishna told us in this entire, the play, the entire play of creation. Upadrashta anumantacha bharta bhokta maheshwaraha. These are the 4 roles that the Maheshwara, the Supreme Lord, is playing. The Paramatman, the Parabrahman is playing. Upadrashta, he is the witness. He is the witness of whatever is happening. He is the Anumanta. With his permission, the whole thing is, he has allowed this to happen. He is the permitter. And Bharta, he is the supporter. He is providing all the support to the teams who are playing there on the ground. He is providing all the support to the actors and actresses who are performing this wonderful drama on the stage. He is also supporting everything that is happening in this creation, Bharta, and ultimately the Bhokta. He is the experiencer also. He cannot get away from it. He has, now since that he has created all this game, he has created all this drama, he has to experience whatever is happening in front of him. Like we experience, like the comedy or a tragedy, or like we experience the game of cricket or game of football. When our favorite team wins, oh my God, there is no end to our joy. There is no end to our jumping up and down. But at the same time, when our favorite team loses, there is no worst abuser than us. in giving all those calling names to our favorite team. So this is what the experiencing is also done by the Maheshwara. Paramatmeti chapyukto dehesmin purushah paraha. So he is dwelling inside this body. He is performing all these roles. He is the Supreme Purusha. He is the Supreme Purusha who is in this body, performing all these fourfold roles of the witness, of the permitter, of the supporter, and of being the experiencer. And like Sri Ramakrishna had told in that beautiful example, this entire functioning of this universe, of this creation, is typically like any average household. The master of the house is sitting in some corner in his own thoughts. All the activity is performed by the lady of the house, by the housewife. From morning till night, going to bed, she's slogging, she's so active. Every now and then, she even goes and gets some kind of suggestions from the master, from her husband. This is what is happening. Is it okay? Husband says, oh yes, go ahead. After all, he's the supporter. He's witnessing whatever is happening. It is not that the things are going without his knowledge. But he is not involved. He is witnessing. He is supporter also. He is also allowing things to happen because he is not doing anything. He knows his wife is capable of doing everything to the perfection. So he has allowed, he has given that power of attorney to his wife to do all the things. But the wife, in her turn, every now and then, she will come to the Parama Purusha saying, this is what is happening. Okay? At times, Parama Purusha, the master of the house, will also give her some suggestions. Do it this way, do it that way. Now, Krishna has explained to us everything on the functioning of this universe, on the functioning. Not only he has told us about what is Kshetra and what is Kshetradnya. Sri Krishna has also taught us, he has also explained to us the functioning of this Kshetra, Kshetradnya, how they are performing. What makes them perform the way they are performing? So, having told all this now, somebody may ask, what is the use of all this knowledge? What is the use of all this knowledge? So, Sri Krishna removes that doubt. Sri Krishna on his own, he removes the doubt of what is going to be the, what is the purpose of Sri Krishna telling us about this knowledge of the Kshetra, Kshetradnya. Ya evam vetti purusham prakrutim cha guNaih saha sarvathā vartamāno'pi bhūyo'bhijāyate. So what is the advantage of contemplating on this great knowledge that Sri Krishna has given us? What are we going to get out of it? Of course, in reality, a great devotee should never have this question. Because whatever the Lord does, devotee knows is for my good. But some doubting Toms may have this. Why is Lord telling us all these things? What am I going to get? You know, this attitude, what am I going to get? Sri Krishna very well knows that people have this attitude, and therefore he tells that Ya evam vetti purusham prakrutim cha guNaih saha. One who knows the intricacies of this Purusha and Prakriti along with the Gunas of the Prakriti. Sri Krishna has explained to us everything. How Purusha projects the Prakriti, Prakriti creates this creation, and with the three Gunas of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, she has created havoc in this universe, in this creation. So Sri Krishna says, one who assimilates this, one who truly understands this entire knowledge that I have given of the Purusha, the Prakriti, along with the Gunas. Ya evam vetti. One who thus knows about Purusha, Prakriti, cha guNaih sa, along with the Gunas. Prakriti along with her Gunas. sarvathā vartamāno'pi na sa bhūyo'bhijāyate. Na sa bhūyo'bhijāyate. That person need not be born again. There is no need for that person to born again. Sarvathā vartamāno'pi. Whichever way he has lived, whether he has lived a holy and pious life, whether he has lived evil and wretched life, once that person comes to know, once that person realizes the import of this teaching of Purusha, Prakriti and the Gunas, that Kshetra need not be born again. That Kshetra then mat bhava upapadyate. That person, that devotee, that being, howsoever he may be, he might be if he is holiest of the holy, no problem at all. That will directly go to the Lord. But if he is the worst wretch, he is the evilest person, even if he understands the import of Lord's teaching, of the purport of this Purusha, Prakriti and the Gunas, Sri Krishna says, that fellow gets out of this cycle of birth and death. There is no more, another birth for him. Bhūyaha nasa bhūyo'bhijāyate. He is never again to be born. He just merges the Jivatman. The Jivatman just merges in the Paramatman to enjoy the everlasting bliss. Nothing but Satchidananda, the absolute existence, knowledge and bliss absolute. He who thus knows the Purusha and Prakriti together with the Gunas is never born again, in whatever way he may have lived. Such a great assurance, but there is a condition to that. We cannot just escape this cycle of life and death. There is a condition to that. We must assimilate the teaching of Sri Krishna. We must gain this knowledge about Purusha, Prakriti and the Gunas, and how this entire play goes on. What is the purpose of this play? That we should understand. And once we understand that, Sri Krishna has given this assurance, we are out of this cycle of birth and death. We are no way to get born again. This Jivatman which is dwelling inside is forever becoming one with the Lord, becoming one with the Maheshwara, becoming one with the Paramatman, becoming one with the Parabrahman. A perfect mirror exactly reflects the things placed before it. But on that account, the mirror undergoes no modification whatever. Like that, Brahman is no way affected by the presence of Prakriti in his proximity. The house owner, the chief of the house, he is no way involved. He is no way affected what is going on there. It is all Prakriti. It is all the housewife who is performing all the tasks meticulously. She may go and get some advice, some counsel from him once in a while, but like that, Brahman is no way affected by the presence of Prakriti in his proximity. That Jivatman who cognizes the Supreme Brahman in his heart becomes Brahman, for that is his real state. And when the Jivatman trapped inside this prison realizes, oh, this is the ultimate truth. What is Purusha? What is Prakriti? How this whole thing is? How I am trapped in this body? Like a fool I have been running around from one birth to another, just to enjoy the pleasures and experience the pleasures and pains of this world. What a fool I have been. Now I know what is the reality. Now I know what is the ultimate truth. Now nobody can stop me from going back to my origin. That is how, thenceforth, he is not affected by the prarabdha karma that keeps the body going. No more karma then. Once this realization dawns, once this ultimate enlightenment comes to him, all the karmas get burnt, all the karmas get washed away. There is absolutely nothing for which he has to come back again. That is all. Like the reflections in a mirror, Prakriti is cognized in his pure heart. Now he realizes this all, whatever is happening, whatever I have been involved in all these things, I thought I was involved, although he was never involved, that Jivatman. But after getting that ultimate realization, now he feels, oh, these are all just the reflections in the mirror. They have got nothing to do with this. Now, on this, Sri Ramakrishna has given a beautiful example. Again, Sri Ramakrishna is full of such most apt examples. How once the Jivatman, having understood the reality, having got that ultimate enlightenment, how all the karmas get burnt. Sri Ramakrishna is giving here one beautiful example. When the unburnt pots get damaged, the potter makes new pots out of them. Now, you might have seen how the potters, they work on in making all the different kinds of pots from the clay, from the mud. They will prepare a clay. They will mix the soil with water, prepare the clay, and then they will put that piece of clay on a rotating wheel, and they will shape the pots to the different sizes. Then they will put the pots in kiln to get nicely burnt, because we can't use the unburnt pots. They will break, they will crack. So those formed pots have to be nicely burnt in the kiln, in the bhatti, and then he takes them out. Now what happens? During the process, some of the pots, even in that kiln, they will get broken. Now what this fellow does with those pots? They are fully burnt but broken. He just lifts them up and throws them. They are not to be used again. But some pots which don't get burnt, those unburnt pots which break during this process, he will again use that broken pieces. He will use those broken pieces, again put them to form the clay, and again start kneading it and start making another pots out of it. When the unburnt pots get damaged, the potter makes new pots out of them. But when a pot burnt in a kiln breaks, broken pieces are rejected as useless, because they can't be molded again. They can't be formed again. They are all gone. They are burnt. Their karmas are burnt. There is no more karma for them to get back into this process of getting into clay, again molding, again baking in the kiln. They are out of the game totally. Similarly, the man in ignorance is to be born again and again till this ignorance is not burnt away. He has to come back again and again and again and again. But that man whose karma is burnt out by the fire of knowledge is not reborn. That man who has, like Sri Krishna says here, that man who has saha eva vetti, that man who gains this knowledge, ignorance all the karmas, and then nasa bhūyo'bhijāyate, then he doesn't have to come back again. That is all history, that is all gone. Now that burnt piece of the pot is gone forever. It is not to be brought into this action, into this play of again preparing the clay, again kneading it, again molding it, again baking it, gone. But the man whose karma is burnt out by the fire of knowledge is not reborn. He enters the absolute. Mat bhava upapadyate. That is what happens when we contemplate on this knowledge which is so compassionately given to us by Sri Krishna. That is what happens, that we become one with the Lord. and that is the end of all the trouble. Then is the state of Satchidananda, then is the state of existence, knowledge, bliss absolute. No more coming and going. Such a wonderful teaching that Sri Krishna has given this, and what beautiful example Sri Ramakrishna has given in terms of that potter's clay. So let us try to be like that burnt pieces of the broken pot, not to come back again into this process of formation of clay and formation of getting again molded, getting again baked, and wait our turn for breaking again. So with that, that was the 22nd shloka of the 13th adhyaya, the Kshetradnya Vibhag Yoga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.